We're in the Maldives! So, never in a million years did we think we would come to the Maldives, right?
No.
No, this was definitely a last minute thing. You were searching online and you found a good deal, right?
A really good deal.
And stick around because at the end of the video, we're going to do a full cost breakdown of how much it's cost with the flights, the visas, hotel, all the trips that we've done. So we've done some great trips,
Which
right?
was amazing trips.
It's going to be great, so stick around.
So guys, we arrived at the airport and it wasn't what we was expecting. We thought it was going to be glamorous and huge, and it was actually quite dingy.
Dingy, yeah, that's probably the word.
And small and hot, and it stunk a bit. We done our visas before we got to Mali Airport, didn't we? And it was online. It was just like a quick QR code that you scan. The queues weren't too bad. When we got to the other side, it was a bit hectic. It was so busy. The food places were busy. We had to try and find our guy to take us to our boat. It was a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So when we walked out of the airport, we were really surprised because obviously you got all the boats there, you could see the water. Our little boat was waiting for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not a normal airport at all.
We got on our boat and it was time to head to Mafushi. So we chose Mafushi. It's a local island and it's only around 20 minutes or so on a boat from Mali Airport. We wanted to pick a closer island because we're all travel sick and seasick.
Oh my God,
and
the worst.
We really wanted to just experience something without ruining the whole trip.
We was all right though, weren't we?
We was actually all right.
The kids were a bit funny, but we had just come off the plane. But all in all, it wasn't too bad at all, was it?
And we took seasickness tablets.
We did, I was about to say that, yeah. But also we opted for the speedboat, so it's a bit more expensive, but obviously you get there faster. So if you are a bit iffy with the water, I'd recommend doing that. Otherwise, it would have taken a lot longer, right?
Yeah, you could have got a ferry for like £2.
Yeah, something like that. But it would have taken a
couple of hours.
Yeah, a good couple of hours.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but we got there real quick. Or it's either that, or if you was on a further away island, obviously you'd have to get a seaplane. But we weren't too bad, and that's another reason why we chose Mafushi, because it wasn't too far from Mali Airport.
So we arrived at the island. They grabbed our bags and put it on the back of a golf buggy, didn't they?
Yeah, and they just left. They just went.
And they said, right, follow us. And there was like a little trail of us following them to our hotel.
We walked there as well.
We walked there. There was no actual roads. It was all just sand.
But we didn't realise that the island is so small. You can walk around the island in
25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were surprised when they just took our luggage and walked us to the hotel. But it literally took like 10 minutes. It was nothing. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Men exaggerate. So when we was going around the island, just having a little look, it was just scooters everywhere. We saw 2 cars.
I don't know how they got the car on the island.
Yeah, we saw like a BMW and a police car. That was it. Everybody else was either walking, bicycles, or scooters. So we arrived at the hotel and it was extremely average. It was like the staff were amazing.
Staff were incredible. To be fair, everyone here is really nice. They're all really polite, yeah.
We can't fault the staff at all. The hotel is really pretty. I think we've just hit bad luck when it comes to our family room.
Yeah, massive.
It's huge.
Huge. But the bathroom,
it smells like...
I don't know if it's just like a local island thing, but I'm not sure their pipes work properly.
No, it's hot fish.
Literally hot fish.
Our bathroom smells of hot fish.
Yeah, and weirdly, we got used to it.
We're used to it now, so I think that's really bad.
That's a bad sign.
It's a very bad sign.
Yeah. We saw online that they had a Starbucks on the grounds. So that was like one of the reasons we're like, yeah, definitely doing that. Nice coffee in the morning. And it turned out to be a Starbucks sign that they just bought off eBay. And there was just a coffee machine.
A normal like push button coffee machine.
Yeah.
They stuck the sign near their little coffee bar.
Yeah. So this is a Muslim country. So they have their daily prayers that go on, a few times a day?
I think they pray 5 times a day.
5 times a day. Anyway, we're not bothered about that at all. But we definitely hit some bad luck because our hotel literally looks over
the mosque,
and the speaker that they project across the whole island
our balcony.
is facing our balcony. So it's like straight away, it gets you. But
the kids are having fun with it though. So every time it's prayer time, they open the doors and they start raving to it. So they're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it is loud.
It's loud.
If we happen to be in the hotel room, it's like you ain't having a nap. Put it that way.
It's loud, but it's lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
So the beaches here are absolutely incredible. It's like pure white sand water, exactly like you see in the pictures.
This is literally one of those places where when you see pictures and you actually come here, it's exactly like that. It's literally like like postcard
It really
perfect,
is.
isn't it? It's amazing.
And there's something going on everywhere on this island, isn't
there's
there?
music, live music. I think that's what's good about the local islands. You know, you get the resorts and they're amazing, but the local islands, they just seem to have fun all the time, don't they?
They do, and they're just more chill.
Yeah,
Everybody's happy.
they've just started a prayer now. I don't know if you can hear it, but they've just started it, but you may not hear it.
The kids will be raving now on the beach behind us.
There you go.
So we went out on some trips. We booked these through our hotel, although you can go to the beach and just book them anywhere. So obviously, being a Muslim island, there's no alcohol, and we weren't too bothered about drinking either while we're with the kids and travelling, but we just really wanted to experience it. And they said there's a boat out in the sea, pretty much a party boat. They pick you up, they take you to the party boat. There's food, drinks, and a disco going on. And we happened to be the only people on this party boat this night.
I think we got there a bit too early as well.
We did.
So they let the kids drive the boat. Drive the boat?
Yeah, the kids.
Rode the boat?
They rode the
I
boat.
don't know. Is it drive?
Yeah, because it was a speedboat. They drove the boat to the party boat, and they were able to pick all the songs for the disco.
They were literally the
just
DJ for the night. Yeah, it was
They
amazing.
danced.
To be
We
fair.
spent an hour or so there, didn't we, before we came back?
And then they just radio and bring the boat back, and then they take you back to land. Right, so we're going to talk about some of the trips that we've done here, because honestly, these have been incredible.
Yeah.
They've been so good. Right, let's just talk about paddleboarding, because that was just something you could do any day on the beach. So we love paddleboarding. It's something we got into back in the UK, and we absolutely love it. Our friends Pete and Zara, we love it. We go out pretty much every weekend if we can in the summer. But this was on another level.
This was.
Paddleboarding in the Maldives
Was incredible.
was absolutely incredible. I mean, the water is crystal clear. I think we paid $10, I think. Oh, that's another thing as well. They use US dollars over here, or they prefer US dollars.
They prefer US dollars over here. And there's Maldivian rupiah as well. So
Yeah.
we had a bit of both.
Yeah, we stuck to dollars mainly there. So $10, and we had it for the hour, which was more than enough because it's so hot here. But that was just incredible, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
Isla spent most of the time in the water. But yeah, it's incredible. And they obviously have jet skis and all those other things as well. So there's so many water sports you can do here.
Or you can drive a Lamborghini boat in the sea.
Why didn't we do that? We
I
should
don't
have
know,
done that.
because we couldn't fit the kids in. It was a
Oh,
two-seater.
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
And we didn't want to really leave them behind.
Nah, we could have left them.
We could have left them.
They're fine.
So through the hotel, they had trips going on every single day, and we chose one of the trips where we went snorkeling in the coral reef.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know whether the kids would get in the sea, and they surprised us. They were straight in there.
Oh my God,
weren't they?
they're a lot of water babies. They went straight away.
Yeah,
Didn't even
that was
hesitate.
insane.
It was weird though having flippers on for the first time.
It was. I've never used
I
it.
never used that. It was a weird sensation for me. I didn't know what to do.
We had a swim around. There was unicorn fish and everything
God,
else, wasn't
like
there?
everything.
Turtles. We stopped off at 2 coral reefs and done a little bit of snorkeling, didn't we?
You're normally terrified by the ocean.
I have a deep-rooted fear of the ocean for some stupid reason, and I don't know why. I thought I've got to get in because the kids are there. They're going to look at me and think, what a wuss. So I actually got in.
I think the fact that it's clear, the water's clear, makes you.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier, right?
It was calming until you saw where the coral reef ended and it went really
just
deep
drops.
into
Yeah.
nothing. Then I was panicking a little bit, but we carried on. And
carried on.
It was brilliant. We stopped off then at one of their other islands, at Guli Island.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
And we were able to have lunch there. The kids played on the beach and they had one of the swings in the sea. That was fantastic. I loved that.
That was
And
just nice.
But the best thing ever was as we was driving to the island, dolphins were chasing our boat.
Oh my God, that was the best.
So the kids thought it was just the most magical thing they've ever seen, haven't they?
Again, this place is like you cannot fault it. It's one if you want to relax. I mean, you can't find a better place. It's unbelievable. There's just so much you can do and so much you don't have to do at the same time. If that makes sense. You can just chill on the beach, drink a coconut, even though
Davey hates coconuts.
I never tried one. I thought we need to try a coconut.
We were on an island, we are getting a coconut, and we got it, and we were a bit like, oh.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hated it. I felt bad, but I didn't even drink it.
I did.
It was not. Yeah, I mean, chuck some ice and some rum in there, maybe, but pretty much a Malibu there at that point. But, yeah.
So when we was on these trips, one of our drivers, we were calling him the Maldivian Captain Jack Sparrow because
What was his name? Moose.
Moose. We had a guy called Moose that was looking after us, and he said, guys, if you want to go out to a private sandbank in the evening, meet me on this beach at this time, bring your dinner with you and bring your camera and drone. And
This was weird because we were like, this guy,
okay,
we've only just
insane.
met him guy. Yeah,
this is insane. So we got to the beach all dressed up, and this little speedboat pulls up, and he comes running, he jumps out of the boat, doesn't he? Runs across the water, carries us into the boat, and drives us to the most cutest little sandbank I've ever seen. We were the only people on this sandbank.
The only people on this whole mini island. It was incredible.
Apart from about 100 crabs.
Oh my God.
And they just kept popping up everywhere. So the girls were running around screaming. But we stayed there.
We were there for a few hours, weren't we?
Yeah, we had dinner in the sunset. And
he got the drone up for us, got some incredible shots of us. We were just messing around, getting some goofy shots and that. But honestly, it was just, again, we thought the day was great, but this evening this was incredible.
So we thought it'd be a good idea to go on a shark trip the morning after this storm.
So when we got there, they have to obviously put the anchors down to keep the boat still, but because of the storm, it took like an hour, right?
It took ages.
It took ages, and weirdly, that they let some people out of the boat first. And then, so they were just floating around for like an hour.
With no life jackets
No
on.
life jackets, yeah, it was weird. But they were just like, yeah, they'll be fine, whatever.
First person who wants to get in the sea. Isla put her hand up. She was the first one to jump into the sea with Davey. They got in and within 5 minutes,
oh my God,
they pulled you straight back out the water, didn't they?
So what they say about the sharks is don't reach out, don't touch them, because they are, what sharks are they?
Nurse sharks.
Nurse sharks. I mean, they can bite, but they just say don't aggravate them or whatever. But because it was so choppy, they were literally smashing into Isla. So it was like, no, it just felt a bit too dangerous. So yeah, they pulled her out after about sort of 5-10 minutes. But we managed to get in there, get some good shots, which was fun. But then you went in, right?
But then I went in thinking that this is going to be a great idea with the fear of the sea. And every time I got knocked under the water, I looked up and the boat kept disappearing. The water was going over my snorkel. It was going into my snorkel. I started having a panic attack.
Drinking
in the sea.
seawater.
I literally told the guy, I said, grab me, take me back now, swim as fast as you can. So we got back to the boat and I said, I wish I'd never done it.
But it was good though, right?
It was really good.
Yeah, apart from you nearly drowning.
Me nearly dying.
Yeah, we had fun. It was good. So after the sharks, they took us back to the shore. Was it a different island?
It was another island, yeah.
So yeah, this was where we got to interact with the stingrays.
We did.
And a couple of sharks actually came up, didn't they?
They did. You were batting the sharks away with the camera.
Yeah. But they do. I mean, this one's a bit more. This one wasn't as bad because you're on the shore and they can swim up to you. And yeah, it was weird. But one of them touched your leg, didn't it?
Oh,
Did it cut you as well?
His tail got wrapped around the back of my ankle and gave it a little slice. So my day was going from good to bad.
It's bad from bad to worse. Just the sheer fact that we were doing something like this was just incredible. This is something we've never done before. Like, it was just incredible.
We were just out of luck with the weather that day.
Yeah. Right, so let's talk about how much all of this has cost, because this is something we were just completely shocked with, because from the flights all the way down to the food and the trips and that, this has honestly blown our minds, because we always thought the Maldives was a place which
we couldn't afford.
No, we'd never be able to afford, but honestly...
It's a honeymoon destination, isn't it, normally?
Yeah, unbelievable, yeah. So this is how much it cost from start to finish.
So we paid £370 for our flights for all four of us.
All four of us.
We flew with
We flew
with Wizz Air. It's only a budget airline, but to be honest, it was such an easy flight. It was around 5 hours.
Something like that. But we were flying from Dubai, so if you're flying from the UK or anywhere else, of course it's going to be a bit more. But because we were down this end, it wasn't that expensive. But still, we couldn't believe how cheap that was.
We couldn't, no. Then we looked online after we found the flights and we saw that the hotel was coming up at just under £500 for the week with breakfast.
Unbelievable. Again, you don't spend much time in the hotel. Of course, if you're going to a resort, you're going to spend like thousands a night, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be unbelievable. But we were never going to go to a resort. One, because it was going to cost too much, and two, because with the kids and that, to be honest, they'd probably throw us off.
Probably. Nobody wants to enjoy their honeymoon with our kids fighting.
No, we wouldn't want to ruin anyone's time like that. But of course, you can go to these resort islands if you want. You can go and get a day pass. So if you want to go and do some serious relaxing and chilling out and all the spa stuff, you can go there for the day. And it was only about $100, right?
Yeah, you could pay about $100 US.
Something like that. And to be fair, I think that's better, because you get both
both of best worlds.
You get best of both worlds. But honestly, it was unbelievable how cheap.
That was with lunch and drinks included.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, we never ate the breakfast though, did we? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the? You're talking about the days out? Yeah.
Davey doesn't know where he is.
Well, we didn't go, so that's why.
We also paid, I think it was only around £60 for our transfers.
What was that, to get from the airport?
To get from the airport to the hotel, the speedboat transfers were around £60.
Again, it would have been cheaper. It would have been like How much was the boat, just the normal boat?
The normal boat was about £2 each, but
Yeah.
you only have set times of the day. It's like a big ferry. These
That was the
smaller
reason
boats,
why we got the speedboat. Yeah, because
we
we got
arrived
there
a little bit
yeah.
later in the evening.
Yeah.
So it costs about £60 each way for all 4 of us to get to Mafushi Island. Which
But
took
still,
about-
that's just crazy.
So when we was eating out in the evening, it was costing us around £20 to £30 maximum.
All 4 of us.
All 4 of us.
Yeah.
Dinner, drinks, and puddings or ice cream.
Puddings.
Puddings.
Oh my god.
What is a pudding?
No, but that just reminds me of school. Would you have a
Oh,
pudding?
dessert, sorry darling. So it was really, really cheap. We was going into this beautiful Italian restaurant and it was,
Yeah.
most of the meals were about £4.
Really
weren't they?
nice as well.
Really good food.
Of course, we weren't drinking, so if you were drinking, you would spend a lot more money. But obviously, there's no alcohol in there, so we saved money there as well.
With our trips, I think we paid altogether around £200.
About £200 for all of those. So that was for the paddle boarding. That was for the shark trip, which didn't go so well.
The snorkeling in the coral reef.
Yeah.
And that was us taking our little private boat to the sandbank.
Which how much? Wait. How much did he charge for that?
He charged us $10 US.
$10, right, to pick us up, take us to this sandbank, this little beautiful little private
We were
island.
there for about 3 hours.
Yeah, we obviously brought our own food, but he was there, took loads of photos for us. We did tip him, of course, but $10, like, come on,
It was
unbelievable.
insane. Would we come back?
Would we come back? I don't know.
100%.
100%. Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. If we're ever down this end, like East Way, 100%.
I would stop in. If we could get the same deal or a similar deal
Yeah.
where we could pop in and it was cheaper to stop there on the way, because
I
we
think
are heading towards Asia, aren't we?
Yeah.
And the price of us to get towards Singapore or Bali, it costs the same for us to stop in the Maldives and stay here for the week
Ridiculous,
than it was just on our flight.
Yeah,
So it was.
way worth it.
100%.
So worth it.
I think the only thing I do differently
The hotel.
next time,
Definitely
the hotel,
yeah.
but I reckon I would love to visit Mafushi again.
Yeah.
I'd probably stay there for 2 nights, move to another island.
Do some island hopping.
And do a few nights at a few different islands, because we noticed that when we wanted to look at the other hotels on the island, they said, "Oh, come in person on the day because it books up on the day." People were just arriving on the island and just staying for the day.
But that's what's great though. You can just jump on a boat for the day and just go off and check out these islands. Or again, you can just check in and do one of the resort hotels,
Yeah.
which we'd probably do that as well.
Yeah, if
maybe
there
for
was
a day.
if it was a kid-friendly resort.
But honestly, this has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
Again,
it's
we
been a
never
dream. It
we
really
never
has.
thought we would come here. This was such a surprise for us when we saw the flights and the prices. Now we just couldn't believe it, right?
We haven't moved here.
No, yeah. For anyone
We're
else
just here for a
thinking,
trip.
yeah, we obviously, we didn't live in Dubai, and we're not moving here either. So, but yeah, guys, this has been absolutely incredible, and I hope you've enjoyed this video because we are still, I can't believe it. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to follow our journey because we have got some seriously cool places we're going to next, right?
We have.
Should we tell them? Should we told them in the last video, didn't
So
we?
next stop
Next-
is Singapore.
Singapore, but we're only
Off
going
to
there.
Singapore.
We're only going there for a while, yeah. Only going there for like 5 days.
I really want to see the airport.
I think the only reason we're going is to see the airport. I don't know if you've seen Singapore airport, but it looks incredible. But that's obviously for another video, so that will come out next week.
Yeah.
So please, if you like it, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.